Hello and welcome back to our wonderful Trial of the Seven Kingdoms series, and we are going to be attempting to fight against a couple of deserters here. They're attempting to attack Stonewood, and we will not have that, of course. We will attempt to murder them as best we can. Yes, yeah. That doesn't sound very righteous, does it? Kind of sounds a little bit bloodthirsty, and we're not doing it in the name of defense, and we're more doing it in the name of, well, murdering them. But, well, that's the kind of world this is nowadays. You know, you're going to have to murder if you want to get anywhere, unfortunately. But, well, never mind. I have a wonderful two-handed sword now, so hopefully I'm going to be able to do a little bit more damage than, well, what I was doing before, because I was actually kind of disappointed, to be fair. How much damage I was doing before was minuscule in comparison. Yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. 100 damage right there. That's really, really nice. I don't know whether you've noticed as well, by the way, that when my cloth simulation was turned on, because obviously it's been off for this entire time in every other series that I've had, because of, you know, optimization problems. I won't go into that now, but generally, I have noticed now that horses, you know, their horses' manes and so on, they're actually moving in the wind when they ride along, which is actually kind of amazing in my opinion. I would not have expected that to be a thing, but it is indeed. I mean, you can see that their tails are also doing that as well, which is actually pretty cool. I like that quite a lot. Now let me see if I can murder them. Yes, there we go. It seems like... Oh, yeah. You're dead, sir. Yes, indeed. Okay, now can I actually catch up? This is now a question for the ages, basically. Yes, I don't think I'm going to be able to be honest, but we're going to try our very best. I mean, my athletic skill is kind of bad, so it is not really going to work so much, but we can go a little bit vroom vroom here. Maybe. Yeah, it's highly unlikely that we're going to be able to catch up. And generally, it doesn't actually give us the opportunity to continue using the super speed mode when the enemy has formally concluded their fighting effort, basically. So in other words, they basically just go, oh, okay, yeah, we give up, you know, and as a result, the super speed thing doesn't work anymore, which is kind of sad, but oh well, never mind. There we go. We were able to do this. I'm actually not going to take any money whatsoever. I'm just going to say keep your coin because I'd like to get a little bit more relation with these guys, and maybe, yes, as you can see right there, we've also increased the amount of units that I can have in my army. I believe I had about 44, maybe 45 capacity up until completing this task, and now we have up to 80, which is actually fantastic. That is really, really cool. So hopefully I'm going to be able to do more things now. Unfortunately, this is giving me massive amounts of wage problems as well, so we might have some issues here. I would like to have a task to eliminate this hideout if at all possible, but bear in mind that this hideout is actually something that I've come across before. I mean, not the hideout itself, but I've come across the inhabitants of the hideout, and they have a lot of people. They have a lot of people, very strong enemies indeed, and I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to defeat them, to be honest. And I know, that seems kind of weird for me to say that right now because I'm currently doing pretty well in regards to attacking people and achieving victory most of the time. But there are those certain kinds of groups of characters that are way too difficult for even me at this moment in time. And these Marauders, because they are actually called Marauders, I think I would have shown them in the first episode, but because it was very heavily edited, I think I cut that out. But basically, we had a really close run-in with those guys. They almost got us into a battle, and I said at the time, wow, that was way too close for my liking, and I'm very thankful that we didn't get into a battle with them because it would have been a death sentence, an absolute death sentence, because these guys literally had about 86 units in their army, and we had about 20 or something like that at the time. So yeah, it was pretty insane. Anyway, there we go. This guy actually has a problem. You need 4... Yeah, sure. I have enough horses, I believe. Oh. I thought I had enough. Okay. Apparently, oh no, I only have one. I have 4 Sturgian chasers. He wants Trotters, right? Why does he want Trotters? That's kind of weird. Yeah, so he wants 4 Sturgian Trotters, and I believe I can probably find those at White Harbor, I assume. I mean, maybe, maybe not. Yes, we need to kill these bandits as well. There we go. That's going to be giving us 1 out of 3. I'm not going to take... Should I take even more, any more prisoners? Unfortunately, I'm lugging around all these prisoners at the moment because I'm kind of waiting and holding out for the manual laborer quest. And I'm kind of thinking now maybe it's not even worth it, but I don't know. I just can't get rid of the idea in my mind where as soon as I sell these people to the tavern, I'm gonna think, oh, look, there's one. You know, it's literally gonna give it to me at that exact moment in time, and then I'm going to kick myself. And I don't really want that to happen, so I'm a little bit paranoid about the whole thing. Anyway, we are now suffering some pretty heavy wage hemorrhaging right here. We're losing so much gold, and as a result, I actually think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the tournament. We're going to get some Baratheon plate gauntlets, which I think will be very nice indeed. I think they're probably going to be super good. Let's take a look at them. I actually have no idea. Are they good? I don't know what I'm currently wearing, so I guess we'll just see what happens. Okay, let's do this. Okay, they've given me a one-handed. This is not good. Oh, maybe it's okay. Maybe it's fine. Okay, well, that seems okay. Yes, my team qualified. That was super, super easy. And now it's a similar thing, but not a 2 versus 2. It's more of a 4 versus 4. And I have a bow. And I actually shot that guy and did some decent damage. Oh, look at that. I'm dealing good damage. And I only got... Look at this. I've only got 5. I've only got 5 in bow skill right now. That is kind of crazy. Okay, this is bad. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Get him. Oh, no, no. Oh, this is bad. Oh, I'm stuck. Yes. That's very good. Okay, that was very, very close. Very close, in fact. I had no idea that they were so high tier, but I guess you can kind of tell because they're wearing these really luxurious capes and everything. Okay, let me get out this bow. I think I can probably do quite well with this. If I hit. Nice. That was actually much better than anticipated. Okay, very nice. Okay, now let's just do one more bet. I have a spear. Okay, this is really weird. They're giving me basically every single kind of weapon at the moment. I am not a big fan of polearms when I don't have any skill in them, although I seem to be doing quite well. Nice. That guy was really, really funny. Did you notice how he was attacking the whole time? He was basically trying for overheads almost every single attack he made, and then as soon as he switched to try to, you know, chamber block me or, you know, generally try to go for a low attack, that's when I went for the high attack and I got him for 58 damage or whatever it was. Pretty good. Not too bad. I'm not patting myself on the back, I'm just kind of amused at how funny he was. Anyway, let's just see if we can... Oh yeah, this is going to be a bit more difficult. Or maybe not. He's opening himself up for quite a few attacks right here. Nice. Oh yeah, that's the kind of thing I really love to see. Any single time an enemy basically tries to go for an attack and then, well, stops or goes through with it, and then I'm able to swivel around and just get them in the opening. You know, that's really, really fun to do. Anyway, let's take a look at my gauntlets. No, I actually have better gauntlets. Wow. That is kind of disappointing, to be fair. I actually would have expected much, much better loot from a tournament. I guess we did get some decent money, right? Did we get some decent money? Not really. Ugh. Oh well, never mind. I mean, it was okay. We got some decent renown, I suppose. I mean, that's pretty much the only thing I can kind of say was good about it. Although we are going to get 700 gold for selling the gauntlets, and I think that's probably the only thing we can really do with it, unfortunately. Sturgian peasants. Okay, well, obviously they need to be replaced, but obviously, as I say, the mod is still in development, and we need one more band of brigands. How many days do I have for the horses? Okay, I need 18 more days for that. Okay, that's not too bad, but I think I'm probably going to be out of money by that point anyway, unless I am really, really lucky with various tasks and things like that. I'm hopeful that we might get a task to eliminate another bandit hideout or something. And also, I'm on the lookout for any wars that are going on as well, because at the moment we don't have any wars, I believe, at least, that are currently going on, so we need to be a little bit more aware of that. And let's just take a quick look here. Manderly soldiers, what do they actually go into? Oh, I thought I'd already selected this. That's kind of strange. Okay, yeah, let's tell them to go into that. I thought I'd already selected that. Okay, right. Kind of suspicious. I'm not entirely sure why they decided to reset my my upgrade path. Oh, well, never mind. Maybe there's something going on with that. Maybe it's a different kind of upgrade or something. I have no idea. But anyway, seems like we may... Oh, I did check the horses. Yeah, I did check the horses in White Harbor, so now I just need to check the horses here. Yeah, these guys have basically nothing. Winterfell is pointless to look for horses. I have no idea why, but they really are very scarce over here, so it seems like I'm going to have to go... to the south. I might be able to find them in Barter, but it's highly unlikely I'm going to find anything there either. For me specifically, I don't think the north has many places where horses are going to be found. I think it's more likely that they're going to be found in sort of Riverlands territory, maybe Westerlands and things like that. But Dawn, I think, will probably be good, and obviously Essos is going to be fantastic. But a number of people have said that that's basically Khuzait territory. I mean, a lot of the Essos factions are the Khuzait, pretty much. Anyway, let's just have a look here. Let's go for the trade. Let's have a look. Anything? No. Where are my horses? Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. So... you may have realized that obviously I've been leveling up units automatically, right? Yeah. I think you can kind of extrapolate what happened. Yes. I had a, what was it now? Sturgian Chaser or something like that, and we need Sturgian Trotters or something, and I had one Sturgian Trotter, and it was used in an upgrade for some unit or another. And as a result, we no longer have that horse. So I'm basically going to say right now that there's no way I'll be able to complete that task. Oh, look, there is actually a village here that has... oh, well, they have the ability to produce horses, which is actually really nice. But they also have a bandit base relatively close by. They have Midlands, Palfreys, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to buy some. I have no money. Well, this is obviously kind of awkward, isn't it? Yes, this is really, really bad. Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to go into the hideout nevertheless. And I have 136 gold. That is really, really terrible. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, we'll see what we can do here. Shield bashes? Stun for longer? No, I don't really care about that. I'll go for deflect because in the rare instances that I'm going to use a one-handed, I will probably need them to be quite fast, so I'm going to do something like that. And we're also going to go for the Spartan Steward skill, which basically makes it so that you don't lose any morale for single food types. So if you don't have enough money, like I don't, then you can basically just purchase grain for a really cheap price, and then your units will not have any difficulties with that, which is actually kind of nice. And the medicine skill has also leveled up, and we've got another perk in that. Increase character's movement speed by 2% and character's healing rate by 30%. I always take this particular perk just because it is generally across the board fantastic. It's really, really good, so I'm going to be taking that. We've also leveled up our charm skill, +1 renown from each issue resolved. I don't particularly care about that, but I do love this 20% more renown from battles. I will be taking that. And we've also leveled up as well, so we have another focus point and another attribute point, and I'm wondering what I should spec into. I'm thinking we're probably going to go for some more medicine, because I already have athletics completely maxed out. I already have two-handed maxed out, and I'm thinking medicine could be really useful. Being able to recover my health just that much faster so that I can continue to go into battles, that's probably going to be super useful. But I'm also thinking, hey, maybe I want to go for some charm skill, you know? Maybe I want to go for some charm skill. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go for charm skill, but I'm not going to put anything more in social. I'm actually going to put more points in intelligence so that we can continue leveling up our medicine, our steward, and our engineering. But I'm going to put a focus point into charm, so we can still get more charm skill as well as the other skills down below there. So it's kind of being a little bit more, you know, spreading our bets, I guess you could kind of call it. Anyway, we're going to go in to fight this hideout here. I'm a little bit worried about this, primarily because if I fail, then bad things are going to happen, and obviously I'm not going to be I'm not going to be taking all of these units. I'd like to be able to reset the amount of people that I take in here, to be honest. I don't really want to take all of these, and I don't really want to be clicking on every single one of these minus signs. But yeah, that's just how it is at the moment, I suppose. Anyway, let's do that. Let's do this. Alright, let's take these guys. Let's take some Trident Guards, and let's take some Stark Elite Bowmen. We've got 10. Let's go in with 10. I think that sounds pretty good. And a decent... oh, it's one of these. Okay, yeah, that's absolutely fine. I think it's a pretty nice, decent balance of units right here, because generally, as I said before in a previous episode, I don't want to stomp over the entire level, even though generally I feel like we are probably going to be stomping over them quite fast, because, let's face it, we have amazing units, and I don't think they're going to really be able to do too much. Oh, wow, these guys are super fast. I always forget that these fellows really do have pretty good skills, and they are actually able to beat me from a standing position. So if me and the opponent are, you know, ready with our weapon, they are most likely going to be beating me straight away right there, which is really kind of disconcerting, to be honest. Okay, well, I was actually hoping to get a couple of kills here, because as you can see, my athletic skill, my tactics, oh well, obviously tactics doesn't really level up if I get kills, but generally my athletic skill is kind of close to level up, as well as my two-handed, so I'd like to be able to maybe get a couple more points in that. So if I could get a kill, that would definitely help me out. Wow, these guys, they are super difficult. They really are super difficult. If I didn't have a decent sword and my two-handed skill was just that little bit lower, I'd never get an attack in. I never would. But thankfully they do seem to be a little bit weak by just kind of waiting for a nice block and getting that opening in, and then, well, then that's basically all she wrote for these fellows. Well, that was kind of weird. Didn't you see that? Yeah, that was actually pretty weird. That was way too weird for my liking. Basically, I hit that guy, and obviously we have that perk that has the chance to knock them down to the ground whenever you do damage with your two-handed sword or two-handed weapon in general. And he was on the ground, and I was slashing at him, and I didn't do anything. There was no damage, even though I was quite clearly within range, and I was definitely hitting him. So I assumed that I need to do an overhead in that situation, or I need to do a thrusting attack in that situation. It seems like a horizontal attack is not good enough. Now, I said in a previous episode that I'm not going to fight a duel with this guy because I think he's probably going to completely destroy me. But because in the name of fun, I'm actually going to try it this time. Well, okay. I'm kind of speechless about that. I gotta say, kind of speechless. I really thought to myself, oh no, he's gonna absolutely destroy me in many, many different ways. But no, apparently he really didn't know what was going on, which is actually kind of nice. Anyway, there we go. We're just gonna swap a couple of the looters around here. We're gonna get some more people leveled up. And what?
Say what?
Is this? Yeah. All right. Well, it's not going to sell for that much. I mean, obviously it shows that value at the moment, but that is always the case, because you've got to bear in mind that there's a sell penalty, and there's also a variety of other different calculations that are coming, going to come into effect. And now here's the thing: I could wear this, and it could give me a very significant upgrade. I mean, you can see here I'm currently wearing a helm that gives me 12 head armor, and this gives me 38. But I would much rather have the cash. So we're going to see what happens, because at the moment it's worth 52,000, which is just ludicrous amounts of money right there. But it is highly unlikely that we're going to be able to sell it for anything near that. I'm going to assume it's probably about maybe 6,000. Maybe 8,000, maybe something like that. I don't know, but it's going to go way down. It's not really going to be super large. There's actually a vassal there that I could fight. I might go over there in just a second once we've sold this, because if I do end up, oh, it's actually 18,000. Okay. Why does that always happen to me? Why does that always happen? Have you noticed that? Every single time I have a good amount of loot or some kind of, I don't know, some kind of cool thing to do, like, trading or whatever, I always go into the town that has 0 gold. Why does that always happen to me? I have no idea. Oh well, never mind. Okay. Hilariously enough, I could trade. Okay, so what I could do is I could trade. I could basically just get some things like, I don't know, a Valyrian house knight helm. I could do that. I could get that. It looks really cool, and it's only 1,700, but that's pretty much it. I wouldn't be able to get anything else, which doesn't really help me, and I would not get any money either. And obviously getting money, especially in this case, is probably the most useful thing that I can do. So I'm thinking, is there anything better here? Can I get something better? You know what? I'm gonna order by value, and we're gonna see. Oh, look at this. There's a Mormont item right here, which is a pair of gloves. Ancient Stark boots. Why are they so bad? I have no idea. Why are they so bad? Okay, apparently this helm is good, but not that good. Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna reset all of that. It's kind of pointless, to be honest. As I say, I kind of want money more than anything. I feel like money would be so much dramatically better than just getting a slight upgrade to my helmet and a little bit of an upgrade to my gloves as well. Even though it would be cool to have a different look. But let's just... Zero gold? 0 gold once again? Okay, apparently these guys all have 0 gold. I have no idea what is going on with that, but I guess we're gonna have to do something about it by running all the way back up to the north. Well, anything, maybe anything. I mean, you can see here. Look at this. This is terrible. Look at that. What is actually going on here? Because I'm literally wearing worn Ironborn armor, And this is basically better than 95%, 99% of the things that I've seen. I'm not entirely sure, because you can see here, look at this. This is ancient Stark armor. You can imagine that this would be much better than some random Ironborn armor that I picked up off some bandits, right? You'd think that it would be better, but it's not. You can quite clearly tell that. And the Huskarl's mail shirt, you can also see that that's also not as good. Same thing with the Assassin's Tunic, Baratheon gauntlets as well. They're not as good as some random stuff that I picked up, which are just worn plated gloves. I have no idea what's going on. Anyway, that kind of makes me think, hey, what can I really do? I mean, this is going to make me look cool, right? All of this stuff is going to make me look really, really cool, but that is pretty much it. It's not actually going to give me good stats or anything. Ah, there we are. That's what I'm talking about. This is the kind of armor that I want to see. North Noble armor. That is actually kind of fun, because that's going to make me look like a real noble. But you've got to bear in mind here that that's also something that I said I wasn't going to do. I wasn't actually going to wear something that it was going to give me a massive amount of weight. So that is obviously a bit of a problem in itself. But we are not using a shield, so maybe I can kind of allow myself to wear that. I don't know. What do you think? Eh? What do you think? This is basically the only thing I've seen that is kind of decent. I mean, it makes me look, I guess, kind of cool. I don't really know, to be honest. I'm also thinking maybe I should get that other Northern Nobleman cloak, even though you can see here that the cloak I'm wearing at the moment is just amazing. It's just so good. Anyway, let's sell this. I'm gonna get 12,000 right there, and I need to find something else. What about a weapon or something like that? I mean, this is a one-handed. Is there a two-handed only weapon or something? I mean, a pike would be kind of fun, I guess, but yeah, there's Stannis Baratheon's dagger. That's actually a thrown weapon as well. Pretty cool. There's a warhammer. What about these? Are these actually any good? Oh, they're actually pretty good. Yeah, look at that. There's the two-handed stats for them. 108 swing speed, 90 cutting damage, which is better than what I'm currently using. But the length of it is the main problem there. So it seems like I'm just going to have to deal with it, I suppose. I mean, I could get some horses, you know? I could get some horses and maybe then do something with that. I don't really know. I mean, I guess I could just get this and then there you go. There's 11,000. So I guess that's kind of decent. I mean, I wasn't really expecting anything amazing from it or anything like that, but yeah, I think that's pretty good, right? That was a decent trade. I think that was a decent trade because we got an amazing upgrade for our chess piece right there, and we also got some money. But we've got to bear in mind that that money is really fast going to deplete itself. There's really not much I can do about it because generally I am paying almost 600 in wages every single day, and I am a vassal, right? I am a vassal, so I'm not a mercenary or anything like that, and I don't think we are at war against anyone. I mean, we are at war against House Bolton and the Night's Watch, but you can see here House Bolton has literally 265 in total strength, which is basically pointless. They're not really worth anything. And the Night's Watch, they are not doing much better, as you can see as well. And the North has an overall combat strength of 18,774, which is just, I don't know, it's just, well, what is actually even going on there? But you know what? I'm actually going to do something a little bit crazy here. I don't know whether this is going to work, and it probably won't, to be honest, because as I said before, Marauders do seem to be very difficult. So I'm thinking maybe we're going to have some issues here. But what I'm going to do is I am going to try... I'm going to level up, obviously, but I'm going to try and eliminate this hideout and just cross my fingers and hope for something really good. And I'm talking about in the way that, you know, we just got a really amazing helm. I'm hoping for that. I'm putting my focus points and attribute points into medicine and intelligence as well, because I'd like to try and make myself even faster in terms of replenishing my own combat strength, because otherwise we're going to have some issues with that. And once again, is there not a way to do all of this at the same time? I don't think that there is actually a way to do that. There we go. Let's do this. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, get him. Get him. Yes. Oh, that was easy. That was way, way, way too easy. Okay, let's zoom. Yes, there we go. And now let me see. Okay, well, that's not really anything, is it? Okay, come on, guys. Come on. Let me get over there. Yeah, never mind. My people. Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm... Oh, no. I think I might have bugged everything out a little bit right there. But yeah, I did get this guy. Oh, look, he's on the floor. And boom, we took him down. Okay, yeah, so as you can see, these are the Marauders right here. All surrounding us. And that is exactly what I'm talking about. Look at these guys. There's 86 of them. Look at this. Yeah. That is exactly what I'm talking about. If I hadn't gone for the duel right there, that would have been a 100% defeat for me. So that was really, really important. I actually thought it crashed there for a second because the music cut out, but thankfully, no. Thankfully, it's all good. Anyway, I'm going to just swap all these guys, and then we're going to get the highest tier units. These bandit chiefs, I really want to get them. But I can't because all of these guys are higher tier. Oh, that is such a shame. We're going to be missing out on so much really, really good stuff right there. Unfortunately, they didn't give me any of their amazing gear, which is to be expected, of course. You can't expect that every time. That helm was basically a 1 in a million chance for it to drop, or generally 1 in 10,000 or 1 in 5,000 or something like that. So it's really, really rare to see something that expensive from such a mundane activity, pretty much. But yes, anyway, I think that's basically going to be it for this episode, because I don't think there's going to be anything that I can do to eliminate any of the Night's Watch. I think they are way too fast for me, and I don't think there are any tasks up here either. At least that is what I noticed beforehand. Yeah, I mean, there is one from Castle Black, but this is once again one of those gang members, and I don't really like doing the gang tasks, because obviously I'm not that kind of character. But yeah, you know, maybe sometime in the future I'll be that character again, and then we'll be able to do some unsavory things in general. But yeah, anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.